Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I would like to call the Board of Governors meeting to session on this wonderful September 12th. One reminder is when you are speaking, please make sure to unmute your microphone so those online and being recorded can hear you as well. So, first up, are there any announcements for today's meeting? Okay. Hearing none, we are going to move into a special recognition. And so I'd like to have Dr. Van Galen join me at the podium at this time.
Thank you, Governor Haley. We're really delighted to honor Mr. Maddox Sutter, who has served with distinction as a student representative to our Board of Governors. Maddox, thank you for being here. And I'm going to call on Governor Haley to read and present a resolution.
Thank you, Dr. Van Galen. So we are honoring Maddox Sutter today. If I remember right, Maddox is the first student we've had appointed as a student governor. So it's actually a history-making day. So I'd like to read this honor to Maddox as presented to you from the Board of Governors. Whereas on this August 2025, Maddox has formally notified Governor Kehoe of his intent to resign his position from Missouri Southern State University Board of Governors. Where Maddox is a native of Carl Junction, Missouri, graduated from Carl Junction High School in 2023, and is set to earn a bachelor's degree in business administration with an emphasis in finance. So you kind of like this presentation at lunch, didn't you? Good job. In 2026, whereas his appointment to the Board of Governors in December 2023 by former Governor Mike Parson marked the beginning of a notable period of student representation and advocacy for our board and our students here. Maddox has received several prestigious honors, including the Next Gen Under 30 Missouri Award in 2025, recognition in the Joplin Globe's 2025 20 Under 40 edition, and the Golden Lion Award in 2023, which included a televised interview highlighting his achievements. And also, whereas during his time at Missouri Southern, Maddox demonstrated leadership as president of the Missouri Southern Finance Club, vice president of the Brother to Brother Steering Committee, and a member of the Placer School of Business Student Advisory Committee. And further represented the university as a participant in the 2024 Missouri Southern delegation to Hangzhou, China, and is an alumnus of the Missouri Southern chapter for the Advanced Professional Studies, reflecting on ongoing commitment to education and professional excellence. Therefore, it is resolved that the Missouri Southern State University Board of Governors hereby commends Maddox H. Sutter for his outstanding student leadership and distinguished service to the university's mission presented today, this September 12th, 2025. Maddox, would you please join me? Thank you for your service and dedication. Appreciate all you've done. Capture history.
Behind the podium so we can see
Here's
you.
the podium over here.
There you go. There you go. Perfect.
Just to keep it quick, we got a meeting waiting, but it's been an honor and a privilege to serve on the board. And I just want to thank all the board members that thank you for making me the man I am and the student I am today. And looking forward to graduating in the spring. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. All right, next on the agenda is approval of the minutes from our June 12th board meeting. Hopefully everyone has had an opportunity to review those. I would entertain a motion
Move the minutes be approved.
Got a motion from Governor Rosenberg. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Governor Morgan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes are approved. Thank you. All right, moving now to the report section. First up is the presidential report from Dr. Dean Van Galen.
Thank you, Governor Haley. Good afternoon. The university has enjoyed, I think, a terrific start to the 25-26 academic year, and it's difficult to believe we are completing the 4th week of the fall semester. I've heard great things from many students who feel welcomed and supported in their first 4 weeks here at Missouri Southern, and I want to thank our faculty and staff for playing a huge role in the climate and the culture we enjoy here at the university. There have been many activities and events on campus over the past month. I'm especially grateful to several members of our board who were able to join Dr. Toms and me on August 21st at the Alumni Mansion to recognize the 13 outstanding faculty that the board approved for promotion and or tenure at your meeting in June. A photo from the event is included in my report, and it was truly a joy to recognize this group of outstanding faculty. Last Friday, of course, we celebrated our new statewide mission and thanked those who were important advocates for Missouri Southern during the process that culminated in the signing of House Bill 150 and Senate Concurrent Resolution 3. Today we have displayed in this room those pieces of legislation that Governor Kehoe signed on July 9th. The celebration in the Bud Walton Black Box Theater brought together campus, community leaders, and legislators to mark a milestone in our university's history and to recognize the opportunities for us that lie ahead. I was grateful that 5 members of our legislative delegation were present, as well as Dr. Bennett Boggs, who serves as Commissioner of Higher Education for the state of Missouri. We are strengthening our institutional identity, always with a focus on students. And also, in front of the board, we provided one of the challenged coins that were distributed at the event in case you weren't there last Friday. Also, I wanted to mention, kind of hot off the press, we received some really wonderful media coverage from that event. A press release was issued and picked up by 260 news outlets. That release was viewed in 24 countries, with France leading the way with 294 views of that press release. It was picked up by the Associated Press in Missouri, and the top industries that engaged with that press release were healthcare and technology. And I want to thank Felicia Vaught, our Director of Communications, for leading that effort. So great job, Felicia, and really some great news for Missouri Southern. In my written report, I highlighted 2 individuals in new leadership roles here at Missouri Southern. Michelle Wood, joining us today, is serving as Interim Vice President of University Advancement and Executive Director of the Missouri Southern Foundation. Michelle will also work with me relative to governmental relations. She is a 1992 graduate of MSSU and a very experienced advancement professional, and she's really off to a great start here at Missouri Southern, including leading the statewide mission celebration last Friday, which saw so many staff and faculty from our campus step forward to make that a great event. So welcome back, Michelle. Also noted in my report, Dr. Rebecca Shriver is our new Executive Director of International Education. This follows the retirement of Dr. Chad Stebbins. Like Michelle, Dr. Shriver has jumped right in, and in this case, last month, she led a rather extraordinary visit to our campus from a delegation from Zhejiang International Studies University in China. And I want to thank Governors Rosenberg and Seibert for participating in that very special event. This year, Dr. Shriver will be developing a strategic plan that includes expansion and broadening of opportunities for our students to study abroad, adding to the count of over 3,500 MSSU students who have had an international experience over the last 30 years. As I mentioned at the statewide mission celebration last Friday, many of our students and alumni tell us that these global experiences have been among the most impactful and transformational experiences in their lives. Related to international education, we've also provided the board
with the theme semester activities, focusing on the region of West Africa this year. In a look ahead to next year, the theme semester will focus on Vietnam. As we've had the opportunity to recognize Maddox Stutter today for his service, I want to provide the board with information on this important position. The qualifications and process for the student representative are outlined in State Statute Chapter 174. The student representative must be a full-time student, a citizen of the United States, and a resident of the state of Missouri. The term for that position is 2 years. Regarding process, the student government president will submit a list of 3 student names to the governor to be considered for appointment. I want to thank Morgan Robinson, leader of our Student Senate, for providing leadership for these efforts to identify potential student representatives to the board, and I look forward to working with her and Student Senate during the process in any way that would be helpful. So thank you, Morgan. Finally, although she would not want me to do this, I will recognize and thank Jeannie Nice for her outstanding service to Missouri Southern. Jeannie has served with distinction as Executive Administrative Assistant in the President's Office and as Secretary to the Board of Governors. Jeannie is moving out of state, and this is her last full week at Missouri Southern. Jeannie is an amazing professional and person, demonstrating high standards, outstanding judgment, and great insights. Thank you, Jeannie. I know we will all miss you, no one more than me. And we wish you the best for the next chapter in your life. Jeannie, thank you.
Questions for Dr. Van Galen? Questions for Jeannie? You can have the floor. Well, Jeannie, I would echo that. So as board secretary, you've done a wonderful job keeping us in line and keeping us on task and providing all the documents that we need. And so we appreciate your efforts, your service, your commitment to doing this. Sometimes it's something seen in the background that not everybody appreciates, but trust me, I appreciate the emails and the documents that keeps me in line. So I will echo Dr. Van Galen's sentiments. You'll be missed, and we appreciate everything you've done, and much success to whatever you do next.
Thank you, Jeannie.
Amen.
Okay. Next up is our report from our Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Lisa Toms.
Well, good afternoon. I'm going to highlight some of the items that were in my written report, but then I have a couple of other items I'd like to share with you. First, our social work program is collaborating with the MSSU Counseling Center to develop a group therapy room in BSC 356. This collaboration is part of the Lion Fee Immersive Learning and will include opportunities for senior social work students to gain experience in co-leading psychoeducation groups. These peer groups will cover topics such as stress management and social connection skills. Students from any major will be eligible with the intent to assist with retention by addressing common stressors in college life. It's a great opportunity for our senior social work students to facilitate group sessions. Maddox just left, but it was mentioned that he is an alum of the MOSO CAPS program. MOSO CAPS continues to grow and do well. Our enrollment for this year is 83 students, with 70 new students and 13 returning for a second year. This is a 20% increase over last year, and the very first year we had 43 students, so we've jumped from 43 to 83, which is a great testament to that program's efficiency and effectiveness. The program has over 190 industry partners with 314 student placements made for just this fall. And the enrollment by strand is Health Sciences 53, Business 14, and Human Services 16. mentioned this a little bit in our June board meeting. We didn't have the final numbers, so I'm very excited to let you know that we are proud to report our first-time pass rates of our May graduates in our health science and nursing programs. Radiology had a 100% first-time pass rate. Dental hygiene had a 100% first-time pass rate. Respiratory therapy had a 75% first-time pass rate, and the EMT Spring 2025 cohort had an overall 85% pass rate for those who have tested completely. The paramedic class of 2025 has a 100% first-time pass rate. And of course, it would be remiss of me not to mention that for the fourth year in a row, the May 2025 nursing cohort also had a 100% first-time pass rate for the NCLEX. So we are thrilled with the performance of our health science programs. Talk a little bit about a couple of research and collaboration opportunities. A significant interdisciplinary research collaboration between the Departments of Biology and Environmental Health and Safety and Kinesiology is underway under the sponsorship of Dr. Rossam Alamar, who is an assistant professor of kinesiology. Currently, 7 of our MKEEP students are participating in this novel research project involving a pendle, which is a swing-like device used for various exercises, including therapy modalities. This work has resulted in 1 student receiving a prestigious student research grant from the Central States American College of Sports Medicine membership. Only 2 grants were awarded at the undergraduate level, and Isha Alam, a junior MKEEP biomedical sciences major, was the recipient of this prestigious award. This is something that just happened this week, and it is so exciting to me. I just want to let you know, since I've been at Missouri Southern, and most all of you have heard me say this, I have just been amazed at the collaboration that occurs here between faculty and students across disciplines, departments, and even colleges. This week, an example of that collaboration provided students and faculty with immersive learning and diagnostic experiences that are just amazing. As you may remember, Dr. David Penning has had the Reptile Research Lab designated as an amphibian and reptile conservation program by the Missouri Department of Conservation. Apparently, there aren't any vets that like to take care of turtles and tortoises, and people are very concerned about injured and ill tortoises and turtles. And so he applied, he was granted that ability. At this time, he has 19 turtles and tortoises in his care. It is the only opportunity at a college or university in this state for a rehabilitation program for amphibians and reptiles. Since many of them have been severely injured or noticeably sick or impaired. One especially we know of, he received with about 60% of its shell missing, completely missing. And you could actually see the diaphragm working. And so that, the protection for that animal is just not there. So another cool story, I don't have in here, he's working with the 3D printing lab to print a shell for this particular turtle. But that's not what this is about. This is actually about trying to diagnose the animals and how they can help them. And so this week, Dr. Penning collaborated with radiology technology and dental hygiene, because our rad tech equipment was down, so they went over to dental hygiene to get diagnostic images made of 4 turtles and a snake. And the students and the faculty were thrilled to be able to practice their skills on different species. And the pre-vet students now have diagnostic experience that most won't have until vet school. And so I have pictures, I have video, I have slideshows, because they were just so excited about this collaboration. I have x-rays, but I don't know what they mean, but I can show them to you. It's just the coolest thing. One particular one, she was losing, you could tell she was older, she was losing the movement in her back legs, and they really didn't know what was going on with her, but with the x-ray they were able to see that she had osteoporosis. And so her shell actually had 2 spots on it that are blood spots, because it's thinned so much that the bone is rubbing the shell and it's coming through. And so now the students and Dr. Penning are going to work together to build that turtle a little wheelie cart for the backside of her. And so I'm sure at some point they will be able to use that as part of their application process to get into vet school, which is more and more, we're going to have more and more students with the opportunities they have here for research and collaboration entering into that major. So I just want to share that with you. I can't tell you how excited they all were to be able to x-ray the turtles and the snake. So I thought that's just an example of how collaborative our folks are here. That concludes my report.
Pretty awesome. Any questions for Dr. Thomas? I guess comment I would have, can we get any more immersive collaboration going? You got humans and now you got snakes and turtles, or like bunny rabbits, or what's next?
Now we have rats and mice, though, gerbils.
Oh, okay.
I don't go in that room.
We have bees.
We do have bees, you're right.
Dr. Thomas, the picture you have with the green coat,
Yes.
can you tell me about that?
Yeah, the 24 students were inducted with their green coat ceremony into the Ian Keep program. 20 of those have been accepted into KCU Medical School. 4 of them have been accepted into KCU Dental School. And so with as you guys know, a very, very strenuous program, 3-year bachelor's degree program, those students will actually come out and be admitted straight into med school and dental school here in Joplin.
Great.
You guys need to come to that ceremony sometime. I've never seen prideful parents. You know, you think graduation, but nope, that green coat ceremony, those parents are they're so proud, as they should be.
Yeah.
We're happy to say we've got a young lady from Webb City that's in that
Yep.
program, and I've known that family from way, way back, and they were in the office right after that happened, and boy, they were just over the moon.
Yep,
Quite a deal.
it is. And if it were just that, but the education they get here,
Yeah.
and the faculty they connect with, and the research opportunities they have is just phenomenal.
I think we had lunch, the board, or several members of the board, with at least one of them, if not 2, a couple of years ago or a year ago, and they were already talking about this ceremony. So I'm glad to see they made it.
Awesome. All right. Thank you for your report. Next up is a report from our Chief Financial Officer and Treasurer, Ms. Linda Ice.
Thank you and good afternoon. Our annual external audit for fiscal year 2025 is still progressing. Each year, a new annual federal compliance supplement is issued for guidance on review of the financial aid and federal programs. At this time, it is still pending. They will issue it when they are ready to issue it. Sometimes it's timely, sometimes it takes a little time. Financial aid has been reviewed utilizing last year's criteria, as we are anticipating it will remain relatively the same. So we are still on track to present the audit at the November board meeting. However, depending on the timing of the federal compliance, we may issue a short form audit in November, and that is without the federal section, which is the last few pages of the typical annual audit. And that would be presented first. We have deadlines and reports that are due to the state, so we do need to issue that in November. And then that would be followed by the long form once available. We've done this once before back in 2020 during COVID. We did a short form and then we did the long form audit. Part of the audit, I think I've mentioned the GASB 101, which is compensated absences. It's a new GASB standard. Tremendous amount of work has been done by Liz Bose, that is in the HR payroll department, along with working with Michelle Arwood in my office. The university has a shared sick leave pool. This was something that was started by Staff Senate years ago. The sick leave pool is for employees who have major events and need additional time that they may not have in their own sick leave bank. Unused sick leave hours often are transferred when employees leave, and they contribute significantly to the pool's balance. This will now show up on our financial statements as a liability, and there will be an impact to compensation and fringe benefits. However, this is year 1, so we will restate 24, and the difference you will see show up on 25. And we are still working through what those numbers look like, but we do have significant hours in that shared sick leave pool. But employees are generous, and it's a wonderful thing for someone who may need that. On the topic of benefits, the insurance committee has worked very hard this year in reviewing historical data and plan options to make a recommendation for insurance charges for the calendar year 2026. Although in 2025, the current year that we are in, we were able to not increase rates. We held those steady, so for 2 years, for 24 and 25, we had the same rates. However, due to rising claims and, in general, overall industry increases, both the university and employees will see an additional expense. The committee was able to minimize the impact by adjusting shared copays and maximum out-of-pocket limits, but they kept deductibles unchanged. And there is still a zero-cost option for employees, which it seems to be very favorable along with employees. We have quite a few that sign up for the zero-cost option. It is one of our HSA plans. Dental and vision will remain the same. We also have requests across campus. Our committee members will speak with employees across campus, and they'll ask for different types of insurance throughout the year. And one of the things that they have asked for is pet insurance. And so this year, during open enrollment, employees will have an opportunity to choose voluntarily if they want to have pet insurance. So we're really excited to be able to offer that to employees. It's really important to a lot of folks on campus. In your packet, I shared updates on facility projects, and I'll just share a few highlights. Leggett and Platt, the bleachers have been removed. The indoor track has been installed. The new bleachers will begin to be installed in less than 2 weeks. It's really exciting to get to this point in that project. The Diane Mays Student Life Center, lower level, the steering committee has had meetings with the architects for preliminary renovation floor plans and renderings. Once finalized, we'll work on the scope of work that will be sent out. We'll select a contractor. Hopefully that work will begin in January. Estimated completion is next summer, 2026. In your report, I included an example of the architect's rendering and actual construction for the grand staircase for the Roy Blunt Health Science Innovation Center. And it is truly exciting to watch that building come to life. To see the rendering and then to see the actual construction is really amazing. Spiva Library completed renovations over the summer and reopened to students September 2nd. In addressing ongoing facility needs, including deferred maintenance, we are undertaking a strategic planning process to develop a comprehensive 3-year facilities plan that will start July 1 of 2026. The Facilities Plan Advisory Task Force will engage with stakeholders throughout listening sessions for both students and employees. The plan aims to prioritize projects of $250,000 or more and also improve our energy efficiencies by reducing our campus footprint. We'll now turn to financial statement information. So we ended fiscal year 2025 that ended June 30th of 2025 with unrestricted cash of $21.3 million. This was a decrease of about $230,000 over FY24. We'll move to the financial statements for August 31. For the current year, the cash graph reflects our cash balance of $20.5 million. Moving to the statement of net positions, we have assets of $229 million. We have liabilities of $128 million. Net assets of $101 million. And September is the time when we will make our first semi-annual bond payment, and that payment is $2.6 million that we will make this month. We next look at the statement, the comparative statement of revenues, expenses, and changes in net position. And we always look at the difference column. Operating revenues show a decrease of $113,000. Operating expense shows a decrease of $315,000. Non-operating revenues decrease of $32,000. Income before the revenues, the current year shows an increase of 14.7. The prior year had an increase of 14.5. Shows an increase between the 2 years of $170,000. Other revenue reflects a $2.3 million increase and that continues to reflect the state capital appropriations and the capital gifts coming in for the Roy Blunt Health Science Innovation Center. That concludes my report. I'll answer any questions.
One question.
Yes, sir.
Will your pet insurance cover turtles?
I don't know why it wouldn't.
Okay. So any pets eligible?
Good call.
I don't know that I can answer that 100%. I could certainly find out.
I'm good, just looking at how broad coverage could be.
What exactly qualifies for that insurance?
Yes.
That is a very good question.
Are the turtles actually viewed as university employees while they're there, or are they,
Tuition discount.
Or dependents.
dependents?
Or dependents.
Okay, that's.
I like that.
Oh, sorry, I digress.
Thank you.
No problem.
I need a motion to approve the financials.
So moved.
Governor Oplotnik. Do
I'll
I have
second that.
second? Governor Elliott. All those in favor to approve the financials, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, Linda, for your report.
Thank you.
All right. On next to the interim vice president for university advancement, Ms. Michelle Wood.
Good afternoon. I want to give you just a highlight of the Lions Forward capital campaign. We are 94%. We've accomplished 94% of our goal, having raised over $40 million, toward the $42.7 million goal. So that's exciting. We're just a little over 3 years into the capital campaign. So we have, let's say, 1 year and 10 months left to go, so we're in great shape. Dr. Van Galen mentioned to us in the faculty staff meeting that he thought we could accomplish the $42.7 million goal by the end of this fiscal year. So that was heard and acknowledged. So we will do our best to see if we can meet that goal. You can see within your packet the different areas. What we've really been focusing on is the naming opportunities at the Roy Blunt Health Science Innovation Center. We've been providing tours for donors. Several areas have been committed, but there are several opportunities left for individuals or businesses to basically commit to that area and have it named in either a business name, a family name, or in honor of or in memory of someone. So if you are interested, or if you know of someone that's interested, please let us know, and we'd be glad to help you with that. It's a beautiful building. I've been in it a couple times, and it is going to be a game changer, and people are excited to be a part of that and have their name on it. Other things that I wanted to highlight, the Wilcoxon Innovation and Health Science Summit is scheduled for March 27th, 2026, with keynote speaker Dr. Mary Joy Garcia-Dia, a national leader in healthcare informatics and health equity. And then also in 2026, we will be celebrating 100 years of Mission Hills Mansion. And we have a committee that has been meeting monthly to organize several different events, a series of events in 2026 with a National Preservation Symposium on May 14th, 2026, and also a special event on October 9th, 2026. And that concludes my report. Any questions?
Questions for Ms. Wood? Chai, thank you for your report. All right, next up is the report from our Associate Vice President of Admissions and Enrollment, Dr. Shelley Hewitt.
Thank you, Governor Haley. So I will begin with a fall enrollment update. So limited enrollment for fall classes continues through the end of today, and then census reporting will begin. We anticipate an increase this fall in new transfer students as well as overall graduate student enrollment. And based on enrollment data that I ran this morning, head count will most likely be up 1%, and credit hours will be less than last fall. International enrollment, so we've encountered many outside influences, especially in the international student landscape. However, Missouri Southern has welcomed 60 new international students to campus this fall, and I'm happy to report that we have retained many of the international students who arrived this past spring. At present, we have 147 international students enrolled. Additionally, one of the areas, recruitment strategies this year that we will be focusing on includes visiting community colleges here in the United States and recruiting students to come to Missouri Southern for their bachelor's and master's degrees. We understand that the international education landscape is evolving every day, and so we will continue to update our recruitment strategies as we see fit. An update from the registrar's office. So being the techie geek that I am, I'm really excited to share that we are introducing artificial intelligence to our transcript evaluation process. This has been something that we have researched for quite some time now, and this is really going to improve our process and allow advisors earlier access to the transcripts and the coursework when they're working with the students to get them enrolled in classes. And so we hope that this is going to improve our enrollment process across the campus. Moving on to our university relations and marketing team. So they have consistently been using strategies to move the needle for Missouri Southern, whether it's aiding and filling the funnel for recruitment or advancing the university's mission and brand. Abby Morris and her team were integral in launching the Joplin Heart campaign, which celebrates community and a sense of belonging, and she has provided each of you today with a t-shirt in recognition of that campaign. Additionally, this fall, there's much work to be done, focusing on enrollment, showcasing our academic programs, and establishing strategies that are going to highlight our new statewide mission. I'm also really thrilled to report that 2 of our TRIO programs, Upward Bound and Talent Search, have received the federal funding for this next year, and they are going to continue to serve more than 275 students in our local schools. Upward Bound also has a new director, Lori Mead, who I am thrilled to have working with the team, and she's very excited to be working with the students and helping them navigate the process of understanding the opportunities they have after high school. And then finally, I will conclude with Strategic Enrollment Council. So as you've read in my report, the Strategic Enrollment Council has a lot that we're working on, as well as strategies that we've established in the Strategic Enrollment Plan. And we are also tackling other enrollment topics and challenges as they arise so that we can continue to communicate with leadership and improve all of our enrollment processes. And that concludes my report, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Questions for Dr. Hewitt? I just have one. You mentioned credit hours, you mentioned head count, international students, and I don't know if this is you or Linda. Residence halls, up, down, neutral, normal?
I can't give you that answer.
Okay.
We will, census date is also the same date that we will get information on residence halls.
Okay.
And that's today.
Yes.
Early next week, we will provide final census information on enrollment, including retention. So today, this is preliminary in that regard.
Okay.
Do we have, are we using any of the old dorms that were to be refurbished, are they?
Yes. We are utilizing some of those, yes.
Other questions or comments? Thank you for your report. Next up is Director of Athletics, Mr. Rob Mallory.
Good afternoon. Relatively brief report from athletics this meeting. This summer, we launched the MOSO NIL Exchange, an online marketplace that's designed to connect businesses, donors, other interested parties with our student athletes for NIL opportunities. This marketplace is free for both our student athletes and those external individuals, and provides us pretty seamless compliance as well. That partnership also provides our student athletes with access to industry-leading technology with regard to brand building and educational resources. This summer was pretty busy from an HR standpoint for the athletic department, particularly within our administrative staff. And in my written report, you will see one promotion and several new hires highlighted. I will say that not only have these changes allowed us to add outstanding new members to our team, I think they've also allowed us to restructure some responsibilities that will give us the opportunity to better serve our coaches and our student athletes, as well as better engage with the local business community, donors, alumni, and fans. And then lastly, just want to highlight that 86 Missouri Southern student athletes earned the Division II Athletic Directors Association Academic Achievement Awards this summer. In order to qualify for that award, a student must have a cumulative GPA 5 or better after a minimum of 2 years of full-time enrollment. The 86 student athletes was the largest number that Missouri Southern has had honored by the Division II Athletic Directors Association in the 18-year history of that program. That concludes my report. Happy to answer any questions.
Questions for Mr. Mallory?
Rob, could you give me the one-loss record of our football team?
Our football team is currently 2-0.
Thank you. Just wanted to make sure.
And I assure you we will not lose on Saturday.
Yeah, good.
Correct.
Undefeated.
Thank you. It's a great day to be a Lion. Other questions for Mr. Mallory? Okay, thank you for your report. All right, next up is our Faculty Senate President, Dr. Nicole Show.
Good afternoon. This month for the board report, I would like to focus on 3 of the strategic priorities for Faculty Senate for this upcoming year that are focused on not the substantive issues that the faculty are going to be working on, but the procedural ones, to make Faculty Senate more effective and efficient. And so we're, in addition to the substantive issues that Faculty Senate will be working on, which just got started. Our first meeting was Monday. So we've just gotten started on those. We're looking to encourage broader engagement among the faculty with Faculty Senate. There are times when Faculty Senate has recruiting issues. They don't know how much fun it is to participate in Faculty Senate, and we're going to work on that. We're also looking to assess and reduce bureaucratic barriers for faculty. We're looking to identify the places during the work week where faculty run into red tape and other sorts of barriers that make their jobs difficult, and figure out where we might be able to seek solutions to those, where possible. And then look to better improve communication between faculty leadership and the broader faculty. Sometimes Faculty Senate and the various committees that we work on are very active. We accomplish quite a bit. We have a good working relationship with both the administration and the board, but sometimes we have not been historically very good at communicating this to the broader faculty. And so these are the things that we are going to try to procedurally work on this academic year. But I'm happy, that's the end of my report, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have about faculty activities.
Any questions? wish you luck on achieving all of these.
Thank you.
Thank you for your report. Next up is Staff Senate President, Dr. Stephanie Go.
Okay, hello everyone. So we had a few vacancies to fill back in the summer, so the elections were held in June. I've listed, I won't list out everyone's name, it's in the report, but we filled those vacancies. And then the Staff Senate also updated the bylaws, and that was approved by the President's Cabinet. And then this past Wednesday, we were able to officially award the Second Quarter Service Champ Awards. And those were Noel Wiseman from Distance Learning, Jim Harchie in Information Technology, and then Dawn Bankson she's the Administrative Assistant to the Dean of College Business Technology and Communication. And then the Staff Senate is also partnering with the Office of Human Resources to review the dress code for staff. And so a few of our staff members are able to review that policy, sort of an ad hoc committee to review and provide some input. And then, you know, if needed, they'll write a proposal and then put that forward to President's Cabinet for approval. And I assume be updated in the handbook. So the other item that I have today is Staff Welfare Committee has put together an ad hoc committee to look at staff compensation, the structure of the compensation, as well as looking at some potential cost savings across the different departments and across the campus. That's all I have. Any questions?
Any questions? I guess one for me on the dress code, is that like green and gold day every day or every other day?
You never know. I'm eager to see what they come up with.
Okay. And green and gold every day, I think we could slide that right by. Thank you for your report. Okay, next up is our Student Senate President, Ms. Morgan Robinson. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me here today. Overall, the students are excited for the beginning of a new year, especially excited to see how construction is coming along on our new building on campus. I think it demonstrates the investment not only in Missouri Southern, but also in the education of our students. And so we're excited to see what the future has in store for that. Also excited, this afternoon will be the first Student Senate meeting. We're excited to welcome 18 senators this fall. I would like to extend my kudos to Dr. Van Galen with the parking passes. I know it's it's what might be a small thing, you know, to most. Students appreciate the opportunity to have a leader on campus, you know, listen to their concerns and actually take action in such a, you know, clear way. So they're very appreciative to that. And we're looking forward this year to just keeping our ears open and continuing to work with the leaders on campus to advocate for students and make them feel like their voices are heard. And then part of those partnerships, we'll be working with Dr. Toms to extend our and scale our breast cancer awareness celebrations for the month of October. And then we will continue to partner with Dr. Van Galen to find your new student representative. Preliminary applications and info will be going out very shortly to the student body. That concludes my report, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Questions for Ms. Robinson? Okay, I have one. What's your major?
I'm dual majoring in international business and Spanish.
Okay, and you're in school?
Third. I'll graduate in May.
Okay. So you love it here?
Yes. Safe to say. I'll stick around.
All right. Perfect. Well, thank you and welcome.
Thank you.
All right, next up, moving to board committees. First up is Personnel and Compensation, Governor Elliott.
We did not meet.
Okay. Moving to Academic Affairs Committee, chaired by Governor Morgan.
The Academic Affairs Committee met this morning, and Dr. Toms gave us a number of updates, including some awards and honors received by Missouri Southern faculty. She presented a quarterly Title III report summary, as well as an update on the transfer bill. We also approved in our committee motion changes to the faculty handbook. So we will need to take a full board vote on that if I could have a motion to approve the changes to the faculty handbook.
Are you making that motion?
I can make that motion, yes.
Okay.
I'll second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. And that's all that I have for the Academic Affairs Committee meeting, unless anybody has questions for me.
Questions for Governor Morgan? Okay, thank you. Moving now to Budget and Audit, chaired by Governor Seibert.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Budget and Audit Committee met this morning, and with the help of Linda Ice, we reviewed the recap of board-approved facility projects, reviewed the facility plan advisory task force that is going to be underway. In addition to that, the flow path work order system. There was a brief healthcare cost, health insurance update, and finally, Rob Mallory gave us a brief update on some new trends in the NCAA environment that could potentially impact the university, and we took no votes.
Okay. Questions for Governor Seibert? Thank you for your report, sir. Okay, any old business to come before the board? Hearing none, we will move to the new business section. And I won't make her speak or stand up, cheer, or give us all high fives or hugs. But Jeannie, we have something for you that I'll give to you. But again, want to say thank you for your time and your service to the board and to the university, and hope you travel the world, do everything you want to do. But know you'll be missed, and we appreciate all your efforts.
Thank you.
So since this is Jeannie's last meeting with us, we will have a vacancy for the board secretary. So I guess I can make this motion to have an interim board secretary, and I would offer up Brittany Castell as the interim board secretary.
I'll second that motion.
Second it. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Brittany, last chance.
I'm assuming Brittany knew about this before.
Well, I don't know if she knew exactly what she was getting into, but.
Normally, you'd have to miss a meeting to get an appointment like that.
So I might note that Brittany works with Michelle Wood, and as our campaign manager, she has worked with the foundation board of directors and managed that board at a very high level for a while, and so I believe Brittany will do a great job, and she has agreed to do this. I believe, yes. Okay.
You're in good hands.
Yeah.
Okay. No doubt. So, Brittany, welcome and thank you. In your agenda, you see future meeting dates. Next meeting is November 14th, 2025. You also see the executive closed session, but I'm going to make the executive decision that we're not going to have an executive closed session.
Good decision.
And so I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. We are adjourned. Thank you.